Orders are due this week at I Want More Comics and Games for many great items. Always check out our final orders due page to get your books and beat the release week rush. We work to list every available and open order comic, trade paperback, and manga so you can get exactly what you want. Highlighted this week, we have #1 issues for Berserk: The Bleeding Tide, returning to the adventure with Die Loaded, Batman Static Beyond, Briar Knight's Terror, Batman 1 and 62 continues Hush 2, and 2 hot blind bags from Mark Spear's Monsters Issue 8, an ultimate endgame with lots of hits to find in each. Place your order before 6 p.m. Monday night, and select from shipping options or in-store pickup. See you at release.
Sunday night, you know what that means.
Excellent football for some reason.
The cardiac kids are in the house.
I like that we can come off of a high note. It's enjoyable.
It certainly brings up the level of energy in this show. Compared
yes. What could have been.
Hey, no big deal. I mean, you got your Bears.
Yeah.
We all
Bears,
got Broncos.
Broncos won. Good stuff. Good stuff. And speaking of good stuff, we have lots of good stuff available today. This is the final orders cutoff show, which means that we're not talking about comics that are dropping next week or anything like that. This is usually about a month out, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, right at about 3 to 5. 3 to 5.
There you go. And we're going to go through all of these are going to be due for order by Monday at 6:30. And we have perused the pages of the website to decide what we think is cool, but we do encourage you to participate as well. So if you see something cool, make sure to shout out on the comment section of whatever social media you are watching on, whether that be Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. This is a live show, so please feel free to chat with us.
Yep. And you can follow along at home directly on our website, iwantmorecomics.com. Using the shop and the final orders due page, also QR code on your screen to get there. But we turn around and gather up everything, all the options that are open order, and place them on the website there. It includes trades, manga, second prints, some things that we've not had any opportunity to order until this week. Although that second print list is pretty small this week, so we'll try to catch a couple of them, but not a lot of second print action on this. This is mostly new things and a couple monsters. There's a couple on here that are on this list that are going to go through the roof. They've already started to go through the roof. It's crazy in all things in life, but let's save that and let it simmer, right?
Let's let it simmer. You talked about it on that video, so I thought we'd jump right to it because I'm extremely excited for it and I want to bring as much light to it as I can. It's from Image Comics. I know you and I actually both enjoy this one, and it's called Die Loaded. Die is by Karen Gillian and Stephanie Hans. It is an incredible piece. A lot of people just compared it to Jumanji meets RPG, and it's pretty close to that. It's more dark horror and social exploitation storyline stuff. But it is an incredible book with insane art. The art on it might be next tier for me. And we're getting a new series called Die Loaded. It's going to take place a year after the events of the first run, and where they think they're done, they might be getting thrown back in. So I'm very, very excited for this. I really hope if you haven't heard of Die that you attempt to get Die and read it. If you do enjoy that world, they've created a full RPG that you can participate in. You can build characters and play. It really is a really great time. I love the story. I love the mythos, and I can't wait.
They do such great element type things. It's from the subtle. Again, about just kind of how the logo is. It's a folded up. Remember how you'd create a paper die?
Yes.
It's the sides on that there. To also on the blank variant is a character sheet with stats and everything to it. I think that just thematically is a slam dunk. You also can turn around and just grab yourself a Stephanie Hans or a Peach Momoko cover on that. And Stephanie Hans has done one of the Youngblood team ups that is out. Youngblood is permeating all of the Image universe. Many books are getting a Youngblood team up variant. We have that. If you are interested in here, please use the sidebar over here for the cover themes, Youngblood team up variants, and you will see all the ones that are out there this week across all the different types of books. Some of them have both a black and white and a regular edition for them.
There you go. With that, we'll move over to Dynamite Entertainment and talk about a comic that's very similar to a comic that released today or last week, which is Fantastic Four meets Gargoyles. We now have the response with Dynamite's Gargoyles meets the Fantastic Four. So if you are interested, again, this book was really difficult to figure out how we can bring it to the table. We'll have a better idea now that we have had a week of sales for this outing, but that also means that we have a more focused purchasing power. So if you are interested and maybe are running late or behind, I would definitely get in now and order some to make sure that you have a copy on the rack or pulled for you at the time it comes out.
This actually has kind of for Dynamite, usually it would run maybe a couple more cover options, metal, foils. This one is pretty narrow, but does have some good artists on there like Mark Bagley, Amanda Connor,
Absolutely,
Shalvey, Baldari. It's hitting right there. So pick the one you like.
All right. I wanted to bring light manga, which we don't talk about often, but this is actually a live action show on Netflix as well. If you go into Kodansha Comics, and it's called Parasite, this is basically like Venom if Venom, like the symbiotes were taking over the planet and Venom teamed up with a human and they worked together to try to fight that alien invasion. It's very creepy. It's really, it's definitely into horror, but really cool story. The show on Netflix is actually directed by the guy that did the Bus to Busan or the Train to Busan, the zombie story there. And it's receiving insane reviews. So if you're wondering about where that came from, they're doing reprints of the graphic novel manga series right here. And
this is going to be a paperback version. The hardcover version is still available, and we do actually have here in stock at the store right now. I expect to start going in and out of stock on it because we will buy more as it sells. But like you said, popularity of a anime series is going to drive people to wanting to grab this. I also believe it is only 7 or 8 volumes.
Yeah,
so it's not a big, it's no One Piece.
Yeah, exactly. You can get in and out of this one. It's not marriage. Next up, we'll go back to Image and talk about a colossal one-shot featuring Kaya. Wes Craig is doing a big special wrap-up for Kaya, and it's actually got 48 pages and includes a 6-page introduction for the series for new readers. So I think it's a jump-on point, not a conclusion. Sorry for the confusion on that, but it seems like a really big book for those that might be interested to jump on.
Really solid creators on that too. With
yeah, there was a lot.
You see those names right there on the book.
Next, we'll move into DC Comics and talk about Batman Static Beyond #1. This is, for most people that know, Static Shock and Batman Beyond have kind of like, they're basically around at the same time, where Static is an old man and Batman's the new blood kind of thing. So they've been telling stories through Elseworlds and things like that of their adventures, and this is going to be a new series by Even Narcisse, and I think it's going to be really fun. We're going to return to the Beyond universe. I love Terry McGinnis and Static Shock, so I'm here for it. Also had some incredible variants on it too.
Yeah, I was getting back to that page there. I think I blinked one too many because a little bit wide there. But the Dust and Wind has an option of a regular or a foil right away.
A foil win is going to be amazing.
And the Raza and Dennis Cowan, it's, Cowan is going to be a classic when you come to anything that's dealing with, like, say, Milestone Universe and pieces like that.
All right, we can move over to Iron Age Comics once more, another small independent story featuring Deadhead #1. This is going to be John Wick meets Jason Voorhees in a slasher fest is what they call it. So it seems like it's going to be kind of a revenge story of a monster killer. And I think it's going to be high octane, high gore and bloody. And I think it's going to be very limited, being that it's a very independent story.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely get your eyes on it now to make sure you're not missing it when it's taken off the rack.
A couple fun variants there. I think that Dick, kind of shows off tonality of the book through the variants. Like, that's just, like, you kind of know what you're going to be expecting when you see what's on the cover there. It's no bait and switch.
Yeah, no, you're getting exactly what you want. So literally today, someone talked to me, and I'm not going to call you out because I like you, but they watched this show and then they came to me and asked me about ordering a slipcase. And I was like, that was due in September. And I know I focused on it because I brought it up. And so I'm going to bring up more slipcases today. So everyone knows that if you want these slipcases, you got to order them, because rarely are we going to bring in a slipcase around that $60 mark just for store purposes, right? Let's talk about Titan's Lenore slipcase.
This one will come with a high level of recommendation from Sean.
That is correct. Roman Dirge is one of our favorites here at the shop, and he just absolutely tickles Sean every time. And Lenore is an incredibly funny book for those that are into dark humor and kind of dry humor as well. But this is featuring the Crooked Man Possum King. It collects noogies, wedgies, and cooties all in that slipcase. It's going to be $60. And then one closer to my preference is going to be in IDW. And this is a pretty big box set. It's something I know that we can't keep in store for trades. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin box set. This is pretty huge. I don't know, maybe you might know, Keith, if it's going to be big like the Turtles, or are they going to put them in regular?
Was this was going to be original format size. So
okay.
It should be
supposed to be a little bigger.
A little oversized. Yes. That's my understanding about it. It is, the internals are going to be the 3 hardcovers that have already been released. And this is just a slipcase, idea like this. Again, this is and I'm sure I'm stealing what Richie has in his notes right now about this. This comes out and is due out for December 3rd, meaning that it's out there at the beginning of December when you start giving gifts.
That's correct. You're very right.
I figured Richie was going to suggest all of you turn around and try to indoctrinate all your friends into Turtledom, and that this would be the edgy way of turning around and giving them a story that they sink their teeth into. Absolutely. I think it's a cruel thing, because then you're going to give them this and they're like, cool, what's next about that? Like, well, this is what you get right now. It's in works, and you're going to see what the live act, is it live action or is it?
It is going to be a live action. Yes.
Yeah. The live action that this leads up into is going to
be a video game.
And that's why I was trying to remember. Wait a minute. Is it live action or is it a video game? It is
both. It is both. Yes.
That's why my mind was crossed.
But it's an incredible series, and having all of those in one piece, I will tell you that they're hard trades to get. So you want to pick that up. I think it's a wonderful time for less than $100. All right. And for those that like slipcases, you should pick them up now. That's what you should put that order in now.
I believe it's on a weird price, like $94.97. And the reason is it's just the price of the 3 hardcovers. You're basically getting the slipcase for free.
Nice.
Like, they didn't even mark up to do that. It's a package deal. It's really friendly to get that out there. The content level is worth the price.
Yeah, it's next level stuff there. All right, let's move into Boom Entertainment. Has two number ones. We'll talk about the potentially one that might be buried under the shadow, which is Briar's Knight's Terror. This is the epic conclusion to Briar Rose's journey from Briar by Christopher Cantwell. It did have some pretty big success with Briar, and I want to make sure nobody misses out. If you were buying Briar, I'm going to add you to this. But if you were interested, you might want to jump on this because, again, it's a little underrepresented, especially with the next one I'm going to talk about, which is Berserker.
Well, I think most of these, creator-owned properties like this that are designed as miniseries to miniseries to miniseries, I think that they're actually done really well where the creators think about this and give you two avenues. If you have come along for the journey, you're going to feel at home. You're going to get the bonus of that I was there. Yeah. If you are new to it, you're not left out in the cold. It's a big deal that they turn around and still make this, that if the first time you're going to read Briar is going to be this number one here, it should entice you enough to maybe dig backwards if you really like it and go pick up the other ones. Trades are available. We might even have back issues on some of this. Depends that if it went well, if it kind of caught fire, then usually some of our issues are going to be sold out. But we have availability on some of that there. But I think that you shouldn't be scared off on something like that because you haven't read the first parts.
And to reinforce what you're saying there, like Berserker, the bleeding, as we talk about that, I think it's the same exact thing. If you hadn't read Berserker, it's going to give you the entire concept within this first issue, and it will make sure that you know what's going on before. And the only job it's really trying to do is get you so interested that not only do you follow through this, but you want to go backwards and try to find more Berserker.
Berserker does have that structure and what they've designed from the very beginning, that it was supposed to be a series of stories. Whether you were going to be reading comics, whether you were going to be watching a movie, whether you were going to be watching the anime, like all these different pieces would be, your one central character that you cared about. I think of it more as like James Bond, right? We all have an imagination. You've got a picture about what James Bond is, and you could pick up different James Bond movies and not be lost about what's going on in James Bond world. I feel like Berserker fits this really well.
Nice. And I do think people are going to be wanting this bad boy, so I would jump on it. If you've been getting Berserker, most likely I'm going to have you on this already as a hold slot. For those that are buying up, make sure you pick one up.
And Keanu Reeves is still writing this. Now his tag team partner is Marjorie Liu. So still staying with top talent there to produce great stories.
Yeah, he's not gonna work with people that are up and comers. They're gonna be established.
I think it's because they're begging to work with him.
Yes, that's correct. Yes,
the creative mind that is Keanu does add something to this, as opposed to just being a name that we're stapling on here.
Exactly. All right. I think now would be a good time. So as we have a little bit of time to kind of dig into our blind bags. There are two blind bags, I believe, on this cutoff. The first one is a monster, Mark Spears.
Well, and we can talk about this a little bit more intelligently now because we've just, this week, the Mark Spears Halloween Trick or Treat one was just out, and we went through that. It was successful. It was very well received. It was a lot of fun to play around here. And this one here, they've given us some really great marketing material with this. If you notice, I've clicked in here, and all these different pictures are the possible covers that are inside. So you really can kind of see what the talent is of all the different pieces that you could find. Then you get into some of the more rare Tinsel and Terror foil covers, ugly sweater covers. He plays with the theme so well. Silver Screams foil covers, Dead Glow in the Dark covers. And also they have given us already here, you can read through it here, what are your odds? So turning around and finding one of those Tinsel and Terror covers is 1 in 46 bags. Does that mean you should buy 46 bags? No. But on the flip side, you can know what the rarity of some of this stuff is. The black and whites are 1 in 1,000. The chrome foils 1 in 420. There's some fun about lottery tickets winning, right? That I tried this and I got, you could chase for the book that you want, but also do you chase for the version that you want, and pieces like that. So I am working on a new solution after this one for blind bags in the future. They're going to be just a little bit more streamlined on the website. For right now, if you want one, you buy the one that says it's just one here. If you want two, you go to the 2-pack and you can buy that. And if you want more than that, you can buy as many 2-packs as you want.
Yeah.
So
just cap it off with one.
Yeah.
If you want, that's all.
Yeah. If you wanted 5, you'd buy 2 2-packs and one 1-pack. Put it in your thing. Prior to FOC, these are unlimited. When they turn around and arrive, we limit quantities, and we've done 3 in the past. We may only do one when it comes up, just depending on what we get. If for whatever reason we're trying to make sure that everybody has a shot at this. Everybody gets to play in the game, but this is your opportunity to raise your hand and grab as many as you want.
And I with the blind bags, there's going to be a lot of talk about what's in the blind bag and how they're doing blind bags in the future. And I do like that Mark Spears gives you a lot of odds, and there's several different kind of wins that you can kind of get. I enjoy that. And speaking on that theme, let's us talk about probably the biggest, awesomest theme that we've had so far in blind bags with Ultimate Endgame True Believers blind bags. Goodness gracious.
This is crazy at a level of unreal. Like,
do you think we can do that video I sent you? Can we be fancy?
I'm trying to get to. I was seeing if they had the video tied into the.
Oh yeah. Into the marketing.
Email. I have a little bit more. I can get to both of them.
Okay.
We can do this. So, what if I share this instead? Play a little peekaboo into my email. This is the details on the blind bag itself here. And what my point is like, this is all of the possibilities in here about the different things that you could turn around and find. And then you get into exclusive virgin variants and homage variants. They have turned around and done. These are blind bag exclusive covers that are only going to be found in the blind bag. You can't buy them off the rack. These are some of the sketch variants that have been seen.
Oh my.
And I'm just kind of flipping. I mean, again, Pepe Larraz, like Pete Momoko, Ron Lim, Terry Dodson, Noto. It's Todd Knock, like start naming people that, Lionel Francis Yu, like Joshua Cassera. Joshua Cassera is really the big one there. And I'm gonna go back here and see if I can pull this up while we talk about this. But both of these are also going to go, like we saw a lot of success with people enjoying the fun of opening these live on Whatnot.
Yeah.
The ultimate, the ultimate end is actually for New Year's Eve is the day that it comes out. So totally crazy about that one. I am looking for our video real quick because I think I can get that there. Share. All right, here's how fancy we're getting without planning.
This is we like to do things live.
just go there, right?
Yeah.
All right, and
Goodness.
So when I first saw the list and they showed one each of each artist and all that, I didn't know if that was all there was going to be. Like these were really like 1 in 10,000 kind of hits.
Right.
To see that Joshua Cassera has done that many for
this is going to be wild.
Do I think they're 1 in 10s? Absolutely not.
No.
These are still going to be rare to hit. These are still going to be wild. There is a non-blind bag. There is. Did you see the 1 in 1,000 variant?
I did not.
It actually made Sean cry because it's Chip Zdarsky.
Oh,
but being a 1 in 1,000, like our odds of getting up to that were pretty slim.
Yeah.
I will say this: with these blind bags, all of a sudden we're starting to consider it. There's just so much going on with the blind bags that people's orders are way up on these. Just the chase, and again, done in a good way where you had so many possible hits inside this. Like if you bought, I'm just gonna be modest. If you just bought 3, like you've got great chances that you're gonna have 3 different options. If you bought 10, you're gonna have many different options on this. So I like that. I really think that that's a positive for the execution of this blind bag. Mm-hmm. I think it's really smartly done that way, and I'm looking forward to see what people hit. I think we're going to make a big deal out of it here at the store, and hopefully get people to post up their hits on social media. Just kind of like do a share and tag kind of thing when you make your own rips. I think it's fun. I think it's also like it feels more community kind of thing. Like we can all kind of sit back and see what's what with it than that. So.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Well, those are our blind bag options. I have a little bit of time to talk about a few more things, so we might as well. We'll quickly talk about Antarctic Press Kendra #1. It's fantasy. This is for my Conan fans, barbarian stories. This is going to be fantasy stories, and I think again, because it's the Antarctic Press, it'll be lightly printed and lightly available on the store.
Well, and this one even more lightly. And the reason is that Kendra #1 has already come out. This is a Lunar exclusive cover. So this is actually the C cover, and it's the only one that's available now. The other ones got lost in the mix of what was with Diamond. Mm-hmm. And so this is, we all get option. We can turn around and buy this in now, where the other ones have been really sketchy as to whether you can get your hands on it. You see this as a negative space kind of time there by Ben Dunn and David Hutchinson. So it is, if you're like, hey, I thought I've seen those. Yes, Kendrick #1 is out there, but this is the C cover that's just was exclusive to Lunar only.
There you go. Staying in the fantasy realm, over at Boom Entertainment, there's a really great trade paperback for those that follow. Mouse Guard, Dawn of the Black Axe is available. The issues came out, and now this is the collected trade paperback. This is basically all your fantasy elements told through the eyes of mice. This is the origin of the Black Axe that's faded in the Mouse Guard series. David Peterson, Gabriel Rodriguez, legends of this book have been going around for 20 years on this bad boy. So very excited to see a trade paperback if you missed the single issues.
Yeah. If you guys have ever seen that, the format's a little different. It's kind of like a little, it's more of a squarish. Mm-hmm. But it really, like it spawned off its success and popularity, brought you things like Stuff of Legend, and other pieces like that.
Real quick, I was going to talk about a hardcover book that's going to come from Dark Horse. It's called I Am Their Silence. Sorry. And it is Jordi Lefebvre. I'm probably Lefebvre. Regardless, it's looks like a Harley Quinn meets oh gosh, I just had it. Knives Out. That's what it is. It's a whodunit mystery from a brilliant psychologist that's kind of falling into a bipolar episode while also trying to solve a murder mystery. I like the art. and I think it'll be a really neat thing. But again, because it's a hardcover, not something that's going to be readily available, you want to purchase that in a pre-order, and I think this is a good time to do so.
I'm going to bring this up as an example. Is it called Spectators? Is that
Yes.
So that we've now reordered 4 times. Because people have been in demand about it and all this.
Yeah.
Get in early, because we never know when that reorder window is when I can't get more of them in.
That's exactly right. And we are ending, but I will add one more from Ignition Press. I have been pretty impressed by their ideas. This is Arcadia #1. This is kind of a look into the future where humans have died out and the only remnants of life are now artificial beings that were born from like crystals and things like that. And we're focusing on one in particular being that's trying to discover what created them and how far back we lost humanity to the digital world.
I have a lot of faith in this. It's the Miranda brothers who did We Live.
Yeah.
So both on writing and art on this. So I have supreme faith that there's going to be a good story to be found inside there.
There you go, my friend. That's everything I got.
I think it's solid. Again, take a look if there's any second prints. It was 2 things. I think it was is it Punisher and one other in Marvel, Absolute Batman #12. In case you missed out on that. Those are available to grab. I believe all the second prints are stuff I'm going to have on the shelf, so not too worried. And
I did have Hush on there.
I shocked that you didn't get there, but 162 on Hush 2 is here.
It's finally coming.
With, options abound. So we're looking at wrapping that piece up there. But everyone, you can enjoy. I know tonight, if you'd like to, feel free to join Richie in cheering for Baker Mayfield.
Let's go, Buccaneers!
Over the, Detroit Lions. That's his move for the rest of the day. But we will be back here on the your video screens, if you like, on Tuesday night for the new release rack, and Wednesday for the stream sale. The Marvel show has officially moved. It became just too cumbersome to try to get it off on Wednesdays. We were always kicking it around because there's stuff going on. We will now be back on Friday, and we have a huge day of that planned on this.
That's exciting.
There's 2 Whatnot shows around it. There's a Marvel show at noon, and then we will have a case opening of the product that we're talking about that night. So we're going to have a lot of content if you're following the channel for Marvel cards come this Friday.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, then we will see you in a couple days,
Thanks,
gang.
everyone.
See ya.
Orders are due this week at I Want More Comics and Games for many great items. Always check out our final orders due page to get your books and beat the release week rush. We work to list every available and open order comic, trade paperback, and manga so you can get exactly what you want. Highlighted this week, we have #1 issues for Berserk: The Bleeding Tide, returning to the adventure with Die Loaded, Batman Static Beyond, Briar Knight's Terror, Batman 1/62 continues Hush 2, and 2 hot blind bags from Mark Spears' Monsters Issue 8, an ultimate endgame with lots of hits to find in each. Place your order before 6 p.m. Monday night, and select from shipping options or in-store pickup. See you at release.